let's start with, they're not really small ones, but let's begin with Lagos politics. So there were conversations around whether or not there's going to be consensus or no consensus, but as it looks now, Obafemi Hamzat is winning this race already from the APC because he has the blessing of the president now. He's had the blessing of Governor Sanwo-Olu. The GAC have also endorsed him. But we see people like Jan Dor, as well as I think Mr. Adjustor Samuel, have also picked up their form. And you know the way it works, what the law says in Section 87 of Section 87(1) of the Electoral Act, consensus by law means that aspirants will actually pick their form and be interested in the race, and then if they, for whatever negotiation happens, they are no longer interested in the race, they will have a written consent saying they are withdrawing their intention to run, and they will endorse, if we can go back to subsection 1, endorse the candidate that is a consensus candidate. But what we see is not really consensus in that. It's consensus by grammar, not by the legal term. So perhaps Lagos wants to do something different. But what do you make of Lagos? Let's start with Lagos.
Thank you again, Geoffrey. What's happening and what will most likely play out in many places is orchestrated anointment or orchestrated selection. This section 87 sub 1 that you have put up on the screen, yes, it's there, but you have forgotten one thing. There will be a screening committee, and it is the screening committee that will now determine who qualifies to go to the field. That's the primary itself. And my own experience from several states where this consensus has been orchestrated or stage managed is that they will use the screening committee to now weed out those candidates or those aspirants that are not in the good books of the powers that be. We saw that in Ekiti, we saw that in Osun, we saw that even in Edo, we saw it in Ondo, and these are even states where off-cycle governorship election have taken place before the electoral 2026. So beware of what happens during the screening. For instance, in Ekiti, we learned that the screening committee, or that there is an electoral guideline of APC, let me put it that way. In the electoral guidelines, you are supposed to get certain number of endorsement from across the wards in that state. So if you fail to get the needed endorsement, then you don't qualify, you'll be disqualified by the screening committee. And that's what has been weaponized. So you find out that those who are not the preferred aspirant will suffer some technical knockout at that screening stage. And then they will do it in such a way that only one or two very unpopular featherweight aspirants will now be allowed to go and contest with the main aspirant that have been previously endorsed.